Good day, and welcome to Rail Vikas Nigam Limited Investor Conference Call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vishal Periwal from IDBI Capital. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Periwal.
Thanks, Nigam. Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all for the investors' interaction with the management of Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. From the management, we have with us Mr. Pradeep Gaurji, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Sanjeev Kumarji, Director of Finance, RVNL, and Mr. Rajiv Prasadji, Director of Operations. As usual, we'll have a brief overview from the management on the business, and then we'll have a Q&A. Yes, sir. Over to you now.
Okay. So, on behalf of Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, we welcome you all for this investors conference call. I would briefly tell about this company. That this company was incorporated on 24th January 2003 as per the vision of the then Honorable Prime Minister Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. We started the operations in the year 2005 and we were working as the executing arm, basically the CapEx arm of Ministry of Railways, and we have been contributing more than 35% of doubling and more than 25% of the railway electrification. In January 2022, we had done the project expenditure of 1 trillion, that is about 1 lakh crores, and out of that 85% was from 2014 onwards, 1/4/2014 onwards. This company got the Mini Ratna status in the year 2013. It is under the process for acquiring the Navratna status. We have been evolved as one of the government's biggest capex spender. We are mandated to constitute project-specific SPVs and successfully commissioned. It is a very lean and thin company with a lean setup of around 540 persons. And if you see the performance of this company, we have been rated excellent for the last 11 years. And 7 times out of the last 9 years, it was number 1 amongst the various PSUs under Ministry of Railways. For the year 1920, this PSU was the number 1 PSU in the country, and for the year 2020-21, with a MOU score of 99, it was 3rd amongst all the PSUs in the country. 2020-21 and 21-22 were very difficult periods. These were the years of crisis, and during this 2 years, we basically surpassed all the physical targets and the financial targets. For the FY21, we achieved the turnover of 15,000 for the first time, 15,000 crores plus, and for the first time we had the profit before tax of more than 1,100 crores. And we in the year FY22, we had crossed the 19,380 crores, around 25% plus. And for the first time, the PAT became more than 1,000 crores and profit before tax became more than 1,400 crores. So these are some of the statistics which we wanted to tell you about RVNL. And as far as the physical performance is concerned, in FY2021, we had executed the railway electrification to the extent of 1,700 route kilometers, and the commissioning was 662 kilometers. And in FY22, for the first time, we have crossed the mark of 1,000 kilometers, the commissioning of the new line, double line gauge conversion, which is again more than 35% of the entire Indian Railways commissioning of the new line, double line gauge conversion, and which includes the RVNL also. So we have been a significant contributor in basically the railway infrastructures. Besides that, we have also completed 5 number of turnkey projects, we call it workshops, which includes the civil engineering, electrical engineering, the mechanical engineering. And till date, if you see that we have been assigned 183 projects and we have already completed more than 120 projects handed over for operations after commissioning to the Ministry of Railways. And in terms of the route kilometers, we have already commissioned more than 14,671 kilometers of various kinds of railway infrastructures. And then the turnkey projects, workshops, which is 15 numbers, cable stayed bridge 1 number. And in terms of the for the turnkey projects, the projects like the Sonipat project, Latur project, Memu, Kanpur, Barauni, Badlapudi, all these projects basically are part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission. And the project specific, basically we are creating special purpose vehicles, and 4 number of projects have been commissioned. Haridaspur Paradeep was commissioned in FY 2021, and we are targeting to commission the Sangul Sukinda line by December 2022. And these models have been very, very successful, and we have generated more than 86,000 crores of revenue for Indian Railways without any additional investment by Ministry. And with equity contribution of about 1133 crores, we have implemented more than 8,000 crores of project. And recently we have started bidding in the market, and we had set up a business development cell, and for the first time we have entered into the market. We participated and participated in the bids worth more than 9,000 crores in FY 21-22, and in the month of April, May until 15th June, we have participated approximately 12,000 crores plus. So altogether we have participated more than 21,000 crores of bids in the open market, and we have got the orders worth more than 2,000 crores, which includes 2 packages of Indore Metro, construction of a tunnel in northeastern region, and then for the first time we have entered into the consultancy services. We are now executing the consultancy works in the northeastern region for the NHAI. We have executed a large number of MOUs, whether it is a private or the public sector or the different government organizations, which includes Tata, Braithwaite, even the Kolkata Port Trust, Government of Kazakhstan, and we are participating not only in India, but we have started participating bids in Bangladesh and some other countries. We have submitted the expression of interest. So these are about some of the briefs which I wanted to highlight about RVNL, and our models have been, basically there are 3 models now. One model is that we have been assigned by Ministry of Railways. We are implementing it, we are executing, and after commissioning it is handed over for operation to the Ministry of Railways. The second model is the project specific, SPVs we have created in the past. We are in the process of creating new SPVs and revival of some of the old SPVs. So this is the second model. And the third model is execution of the projects through the various MOU, which just now I mentioned that we have executed some of the MOUs in the past. So altogether, we have created a new vertical of business development, and we can foresee that we have got a bright future in time to come. So Vishalji and Niroji, this is what we wanted to tell about the company.
Thank you. We'll now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question? Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one. The first question is from the line of Hardik Jain from Whitestone Financial. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So first of all, if you can tell us what is the current order book that we have and what is the execution timeline for the same?
Yeah, if you see the order book as on date is about 55,000 crores plus, and the timeline is about 3 to 3.5 years for completion of the present order book.
Okay, so basically if we have to meet this timeline, then we are looking of at least 15 to 18,000 crore top line for next 3 years.
Yes, as I said in my introduction that we have got 3 models. The model, this is 55,000 crores is the works which have been assigned by Ministry of Railways. We have already participated in the open market worth more than 21,300 crores. We have started this activity very recently. We have got orders worth more than 2,000 crores, and then we have signed a lot of MOUs. And if we combine all the 3 models, then we expect that in time to come, in 1 year time, we will have the orders worth 15,000 crores more.
Okay, so that can get our top line much higher. Okay.
Yes.
And sir, you've mentioned in our results that in other income there is around 530 crore which is interest which has to be paid on IRFC loan and to be reimbursed by MOR, which is like an offset entry. But out of remaining 270 crore of other income, if you can tell us how much is the income that is from the JVs that is to be received from the JVs. Okay. And if you can give us how much is specifically from the Krishnapatnam JV.
Okay, just see, we had the total profit after tax from the various SPVs 230 crores, and the RVNL share was 103 crores. So. As far as the earnings are concerned, Kutch Railway Company Limited had given an earning of more than 115 crores. Haridaspur Paradeep, which was a new line commissioned 1.5 years back, it gave us earning of 14 crores. VDRCL also gave earning of 6 crores. But the Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited had a loss of 32 crores. But if you compare with respect to the previous financial year, it was 53 crores in 2020 FY21, whereas in FY22 it was minus 32 crores. But altogether, if you combined, so the total was 103 crores in if you combine all the SPVs and the RVNL share, if you consider.
Okay, I got it. But I was asking, sir, in the other income, we have booked some interest income also. So out of that interest income, how much is the interest income that we have booked from Krishnapatnam JV? That was my actually question.
Yeah, I'm A.K. Chaudhary, Principal Advisor Finance. See, Krishnapatnam interest amount is around 200 odd crore. Balance miscellaneous income is from bank interest. If you want details.
No. Yeah, I just wanted to know about the Krishnapatnam JV because, sir, we have receivables from Krishnapatnam JV of almost around
roughly total 1,360 crore. Principal plus interest combined, it is around 1,360 crore.
So now what is the status of this JV, sir? Because as you said, this JV is still losing money. So by when do you think this JV will turn around and start making profit so that, they can repay our loans?
See, even at this stage, they are paying nominal amount. See, they are paying around every quarter around 45 crore to the bank. So they are making operating profit. There is surplus available with the company. Only the surplus has to grow a little more when they start substantially paying back to RVNL. But we are mostly banking on two things: the ongoing arbitration case by Krishnapatnam against MOR, with MOR, Ministry of Railway, and our security is provided through the concession agreement between Ministry of Railway and Krishnapatnam. So to that extent, this is a secured loan, and the returns are not bad, I would say, because this much of interest you don't earn in from banks.
Sorry, please go on, sir.
And as I said, this is guaranteed sort of thing, that this is protected money. So we are really not considering it as a bad debt or something. This will come back, and it has started coming back little bit. Right now it is trickling down. But yes, with the increased traffic, my friend Joe will tell you, he will be able to pay it much faster.
So when you say it is a guaranteed money, because it was also mentioned in one of the earlier calls that in case Krishnapatnam JV was not able to pay this, Ministry of Railway will pay it to RVNL. That is what you mean by guaranteed.
No, actually Ministry of Railway will first pay it to Krishnapatnam, and then that amount will be sufficient for Krishnapatnam to pay us entire amount back.
For us it is kind of a guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you can share with me, sir, how much money as of today we would have invested in all our JVs? If you can provide it JV-wise, it will be better, including equity and loan.
We have total 1163 crore. See, broadly, this Krishnapatnam, our equity is 325 crore. Hardaspur is 311 crore. And schedule 6.1. I'll just tell you.
Okay. So let me explain. The RVNL's equity in Kutch Rail Company Limited is 125 crores. Bharuch Dahej, it is 55 crores. Krishnapatnam, 311 crores. Haridaspur Paradip Railway Company Limited, 390 crores. Angul Sukinda, 252 crores. So if you add all those, and then we have got basically High Speed Rail Corporation India Limited. It is basically 100% subsidiary of the company. And IPRCL, we have got 10% equity. There we have got 10 crores. Altogether it is 1188 crores.
Okay. This is the equity part. And in total, how much loan would have given put together to all the JVs put together?
We haven't given any loan to any of the SPVs. They have gone for financial institution loan. Every SPV has.
Okay, this is just the receivables that is pending from the JV.
So only Krishnapatnam there is outstanding. Others are temporary. It may be for a month or so, but it doesn't go more than 3 months. It comes. Other JVs are paying us in time by and large.
I have a last question, sir, then I'll again come back in the queue. Sir, you also mentioned, and it was given in some of the press release, that we have entered into MOUs with different companies. We have entered with MOU in Tata Group and Government of Kyrgyzstan. So what kind of order do we envisage from this kind of MOUs, and what kind of margins the projects that we will do under this MOU, what kind of margins we can expect?
We have started executing such MOUs in the recent months only, whether it is with Tata or Braithwaite or Kolkata Port Trust or Government of Kyrgyzstan. So we expect that once we start getting the works, first of all, the project has to be bankable, or the project has to be given on nomination basis. And then we expect that the margin, last year we had a margin of 5.8%. It will be not less than that.
Okay, so margins will be similar or higher?
Yeah, it will depend. From the market, yes, it can be slightly less also, but from the MOUs, it will not be less.
Okay, so for you, from the market, you mean that the bidding that you will enter, apart from this MOU, the bidding projects that you will take, they might have a little lesser margins?
Yeah, bidding will be slightly different model. We will have 3 models. The MOU model will have these kind of margins, 5.8%, which we are having from the Ministry of Railway projects. But from the bidding, it could be different. In some of the projects, it could be more. Some of the projects, it could be less also.
And what value of bidding are we planning to bid for in this year? What worth of projects we are planning?
I told you that till date we have already participated in the bids worth more than 21,300 crores. And out of 21,300 crores, 12,000 crores is in last 2.5 months. We are very, very serious in this. We have set up this bidding cell only 7-8 months back. And this year we have got a target of fetching orders worth more than 10,000 crores through bidding only.
Okay, so we can, for fetching 10,000 crore worth of order, we will have to bid for at least 30,000-40,000 crore worth of order.
Much more than that.
And in this bidding, typically this bidding is between the PSUs or this is in competition with private?
It is a bidding in the open market.
It is in the open market, we compete with private players also?
Yes. We have made a new vertical, and for the first time we have entered into it. And for the purpose of the information of the investors, we have taken 2 projects through the open market in Indore Metro, and that project has taken off very well. We have already done the casting of the first segment. In this month, we are going to start the launching of the girders. So it is a big achievement for RVNL, and altogether it is a new kind of experience for us.
Thank you, sir. And all the best for your future projects, especially for bidding, because you're doing this for the first time and competing against the private players. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you have press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Venkatesh Subramanian from Logic Tree Capital Advisors. Please go ahead.
Sir, good afternoon. I have 2 questions. Two questions primarily. One is, we see that cost inflation is going up across the board in terms of materials.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Please stay connected while we rejoin the management back to the call.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay connected while we rejoin the management back to the call. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We have the line for the management reconnected. Venkatesh, you may go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. I have a couple of primary questions. So one is, there's a lot of cost pressure all around in the economy, lots of inflation. I just wanted to understand how does RVNL sustain? Do we have like a fixed price with respect to the government projects where we are on nomination basis? Do we have like a fixed price margin that is fixed, if you can guide us? And number 2, for the private bids that you're going through on the open process, you will figure out what your cost is going to be, and I'm sure you will put it in. Any idea, can you give us a guidance on broadly, will this margin be slightly higher than the nomination margin that is given by the government in competitive bidding? Can you guide us on that? 2 questions, sir.
Yeah. So your basic question is about the margins because of the inflation in the market. This is the first question, and then you have got some supplementary questions.
That's right, sir.
So for the first part, the projects which have been assigned by Ministry of Railways, we have got a basically well-established revenue stream. So whatever expenditure is done, we have got certain amount of management fee. So this is well taken care of. So we will charge accordingly from the Government of India. For the bidding in the market, yes, the price has got some bearing on the margins, but there are also some kind of the price variation clauses are available. So may not be 100% compensation we will receive, but it is likely that more than 70-80% the compensation will be made because of the provisions made in the price variation clauses. Regarding your next question was that if we are bidding in the market, so what is going to happen in the margins? So see, so the market is very, very competitive, and we also have to bid after applying due diligence and doing a lot of homework. So we expect that there would be projects which will fetch very good margins, but at the same time there could be some of the projects where we could land into at par or maybe slightly less than the zero level. So altogether, but we expect that the total margin would improve in time to come.
Okay, so great. That's total margin would improve. So with respect to the nominated orders which we are executing, 55,000 crores, what is a safe number to assume, sir, in terms of the income net profit margin for us to kind of do a projection?
See, the management fee, we have got a revenue stream which basically categorize three kinds of projects. One is the metro projects, the second is the national project, and most of the projects comes under the third category, where we have got the margin of 8.5%. So after 8.5%, we have to pay back the dividend and taxes, etc. So altogether, the margin is around 4.9 to 5%, and then we have got the income from the dividends from the SPVs, and then the interest on our deposits. So the last financial year, we had a margin of 5.8%, which improved from 5.36%.
Okay, sir, that's very useful. And when you look at the new projects that you said something very interesting on consulting projects. So consulting naturally, by its nature, has higher margins. So if you could guide us, say, in 3 years' time, what would consulting be as a overall percentage of the revenues, 3 to 5 years, if you can give us some number?
See, the consultancy projects, yes, you are right that it has got a very big margin. We have received 3 orders for the consultancy works in the northeastern region, worth about 35 crores, but the margin is around 20%, slightly more than 20%. So,
right.
So in terms of margin, it is very much on the higher side, but if you see in terms of the orders, it will be very less. So, but we expect that in time to come, we will have the consultancy works. And for your kind information, that in the past we have done the pre-feasibility studies of the high-speed corridors for more than 10,000 kilometers. So we have got the expertise of doing these kind of consultancies, and we are also trying to bid in the market for the consultancy services. And so far we have received only 3 orders from the National Highway Authority, NHIDCL, in the northeastern region.
Got it, sir. So, which is like in, say, out of a 55,000 crore order book, plus you said there is a possibility that we may get another 15,000 crores of orders in the next year or two. So, if I add it up at 70,000 crores, would it be okay to assume, say, 5%, 3,500 crores of consulting revenue in, say, 2 years' time?
See, our main area, basically, we want to enter into the execution, more of execution rather than the consultancy.
Okay.
And the margin is much more in consultancy services, but the total quantum of work which is available in the market is more of execution. And we have got the expertise in execution, so we would like to have the more of execution and consultancy services. If we get the opportunity, we will execute with higher margin. There is no doubt about it. But in terms of numbers, it is very difficult to say. It will depend upon the market, the kind of works which are floated in the market.
Understood, sir. Understood. I think RVNL's core competence is execution, so we'll focus on that. Great. And so one question when it comes to, since you talked about high-speed rail corridor, in fact, we had a subsidiary called High-Speed Rail Corridor Corp. What is the potential there, sir? What are the opportunities for us in the future?
See, basically the experience of this High-Speed Rail Corporation Infrastructure Limited, was the consultancy only. And it was created with the basic aim of execution of the high-speed corridors, but subsequently another company was formed, that was National High Speed Rail Corporation Limited, and then we were limited only for the consultancy services. We whatever we are planning, we are basically planning and bidding through this particular company only. This company is assisting our main company in fetching the works. The entire business development is being operated through the team of the business development cell, which is working under the HSRCIL.
Okay, sir. Very nice. If I can squeeze in one more question, sir. The Ministry of Railways, which is, what has been your experience in the last 1 or 2 years as a company? Because the government has been talking about Atmanirbhar, Gati Shakti infrastructure. So do you see that realistically speaking, all these big plans are actually translating into orders and translating into execution? Because a lot of times government schemes remain on paper. What is your experience, sir?
Regarding this Atmanirbhar Bharat, first thing which I wanted to tell is that we have constructed 15 number of workshops, the turnkey projects. And these turnkey projects will basically manufacture the coaches, rakes, the maintenance facilities of such rakes, coaches. So as part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have implemented these turnkey projects, and the timeline of completion of these projects were very, very fast. It's like varying from 14 months to 24 months or maximum 36 months in some cases. So as part of the Make in India or Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have generated these assets, constructed these assets, which will be used for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. And regarding the experience of Ministry of Railways, whatever ministry decides, we abide by that. And as part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have got some examples in project implementation. For examples, we have constructed a cable-stayed bridge where the cables were manufactured in India under the supervision of a company called Fresnay, which is a French company. So the cables were not imported; these were manufactured in India, and we have used it extensively. And the project was commissioned few years back. For the first time, for the metro construction in Calcutta, we have used the head-hardened rails, which has not been imported from any other countries, like which is being done by some other metros. Most of the metros, the indigenous rails were used for the first time. Then we are constructing a first vertical bridge in Pamban connecting Rameshwaram and Mandapam, and that particular bridge it is going to be the first of its kind. Again, it is made and constructed based on the technology which is used extensively in some other country like USA, etc. But it is being used for the first time in the country. And that bridge is also getting commissioned in the calendar year 2022. So altogether, if you see that we are making a lot of contribution in Make in India, basically the Atmanirbhar Bharat aegis of Government of India.
Got it, sir. Got it. Sir, one technical
question. I'll request you to come back in the question queue for a follow-up question.
Okay, sir. I'll do that. Sure.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Piraman, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You may go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So I just wanted to verify with you. Sir, you are an implementing agency for the Chardham project. Is it fair to? Is it right, sir?
Basically, this Chardham project, we were assigned for the purpose of doing the final location survey and detail engineering. We made different alignments for these 4 places like Gangotri, Yamunotri, Badrinath, Kedarnath, and we have submitted the report along with the approximate cost to Ministry of Railways. Regarding the execution part, Ministry of Railway is yet to take a decision on this. Our role was doing the survey and engineering, and once the work is sanctioned, and then the execution will take place. In this connection, this Badrinath and Kedarnath are basically the extension of the Karnaprayag Rishikesh project, which we are implementing. This is also one of the landmark project of the country, and it is very important from the strategic point of view. And this project length is about 125 kilometers, out of which 105 kilometers is through the tunnels only. And the longest tunnel will be more than 15 kilometers. We have already completed more than 50 kilometers of tunneling in this project.
Okay, so my next question is, this is a 73,000 crore project of the government, right? Which is there, sir.
Please repeat again.
This is the total project value of this Char Dham is close to 73,000 crores, right?
Yeah, approximately, yes.
And so currently, what percentage are we executing from this? So,
100%.
We are executing 100% from this. So we'll be bidding for orders again. So this will be coming to us on nomination basis. Is it fair to assume so? Hello.
You are speaking for Char Dham or you are speaking for Rishikesh Karan-Prayag?
So the Char Dham entire project value is 73,000 crores, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you. As far as Char Dham connectivity is concerned, that project is yet to be sanctioned itself. So we are doing only the Rishikesh Karan-Prayag project, which is a separately sanctioned project. The sanction cost of that project is around 16,000 crores. So as far as Char Dham connectivity is concerned, it is still to be sanctioned. So the question of execution will arise once the project gets sanctioned.
Okay, and so this is sensitive project also, right? From defense point of view also.
Sorry?
This project which is there, it has a defense angle to it also, right? So from Ministry of...
Not all the 4 connectivities. 2 connectivities have got strategic importance also.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. The next question is from the line of Ramesh Tamani from Ramesh Tamani Finance Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir, and thank you for the opportunity.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Short questions.
May I request you to speak a little louder, please?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, much better. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. Your track record in terms of growth is actually exemplary. I mean, I've just gone through your history, and even in the last 7 years, sir, your CAGR in sales has been about 29%. So I was just wondering that given your size now of 20,000 crores, can you keep up with that kind of revenue growth that you've done in the last 7 or 10 years? Secondly, is the world changed for you? Are you only going to get businesses that you bid once this order book of 50,000 crores is over? No more assignment, it will be only bidding that you will have. And the last 2 questions are, how much cash on hand do you have right now? And when do you estimate the Krishnapatnam revenue that you've invested will come back to you? Can you give an answer on those questions, please?
Thank you so much. Let me answer your questions. You have got 4 sets of questions.
Right.
So the first is about the revenue growth. So we are sure this revenue growth will continue because we have got order book from the assigned projects of around 55,000 crores. And now, as we explained during the introduction and later, we are bidding very, very professionally, and we are sure that we'll be having sufficient orders to maintain this CAGR of around 27%. This is our foremost aim, so that even with the changed circumstances, our sustained growth should not have any bottleneck or any hurdles. Regarding cash on hand, I'll request my finance officer, our principal advisor finance to speak.
As on 31st March, our cash on hand was 4,608 crore. This is 4607.98. So 4,600 crore was our cash in hand, both in terms of short-term and long-term deposits.
So what is your own cash and what is the advance orders against that?
This is our own cash. There are no the advances that we get from SPV. That is for a quarter. That is temporary, which is billed against. And now, because except Angul Sukinda, there is no other SPV is under construction stage. So we don't get any advance now from SPV except Angul Sukinda, which is not very big figure.
So, but you are saying that 4,600 crores is then your earned cash. That is your, I mean, if the business is liquidated, you would have 4,500 crores cash left with you?
Yeah. If you see, if as on 31/22, we say business is totally liquidated, this much will be the cash balance in my account, current account.
That's incredible what you're telling me, sir. I mean, you've gone from like 1,000 crores of cash in a few years back to 4,600 crores cash.
There are many factors. Sometimes in the end of March, there are a lot of reimbursement, lot of payment which was in arrears, not coming. Suddenly on in the end of March 29, 30th March it comes, you are not able to spend. So on 31st March, figure becomes high. But again I will say around 2,500 would be realistic.
How much would be realistic?
Around 2,500 to 3,000 crore will be a realistic cash balance required for this business, our business.
And which you have. And now suppose you get the reimbursement for Krishnapatnam. What will the reimbursement be, sir? What is the total amount due? And approximately when is it due?
See, first part is okay. It is around 1,400 crores. 1,400 crores. And when it is due, that is slightly, we are not in a position to say very confidently.
Sorry, I will just answer to your last part of the question, what Mr. Chaudhary was replying. See, this is a rightful due from Ministry of Railways to Krishnapatnam Limited. We are very confident of this. The arbitration, the Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited has already gone into for arbitration. The arbitration is in very, very advanced stage. We are hopeful that this arbitration may get concluded in the next 3 to 4 months because it is in final stages. And we are very confident because it is a rightful due because we are not seeking any exaggerated claims or any claims just to gain extra money. It's a very, very fair dispute what we have raised, which is based on signed contract agreements, and we are very confident that arbitrators, the arbitration tribunal, will definitely decide very positively on this.
Okay, and are you only now going to get, after this order book is executed, sir, only you will get projects that you bid competitively, or will there still be some mixture of assigned projects available?
Yes. So it's a very, very relevant question. See, the strength of RVNL has been, comprehensively recognized by Ministry of Railways that we are a very, very efficient deliverer project, and we have evolved as one of the biggest capex spender for Government of India. There is some disruption due to some policy change. I am very confident. I need not be quoted, but I can tell you as my respected investor, at some stage, realization will dawn that without RVNL, it will not be possible to do kind of capex and kind of project execution what Ministry of Railways and Government of India is aiming for. I am very, very hopeful that the situation will take a turn sooner than later.
Okay.
So, but we are not banking upon that. See, we can't decide policies, but we can react to the policies. This organization has got a lot of resilience, a lot of nimbleness, and we are very confident even in the new field. As explained a few moments back, that even in Indore Metro, this was our first experience, and what we have been performing is, if not better, at least better than what we were executing in railway projects, because it is giving us a lot of freedom to execute. So I am very confident that not only I am very confident that policy may also change, and even if it doesn't change, we will our efficiency will continue to show in the other direction in which we are taking the company. So, and even if we get, we will continue to have two verticals. That will be a bonus for us, and that will be add on to this thing. Thank you.
I'll come back later in the queue for another question, so thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Vishal Periwal from IDBI Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, a couple of questions. You mentioned order book as 55,000 crore. So in this, is it right to say the competitive bidded project is 2,000, remaining is nomination?
No. This 55,000 crore is only nomination. We have got another 2,000 crores of bidding.
Okay. So the order book will be 55 plus 2,000. Is that right number?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's just a couple of, a clarification. 21,000 crore of orders we have participated till date. Out of this, how many is open till now, and what is pending, which is the announcement yet to be made in terms of winners?
And the opened is around 6,500 crores, out of which we have bagged 2,000 crores.
Okay.
And balance are in different stages. So let us hope we maintain the ratio of around 30%. So let us hope.
This is pretty commendable, sir, I think, in terms of...
it is commendable, but as we are proceeding, I should be very, very realistic, and I should be very correct in informing. The competition is quite tough. So we are also bidding aggressively because we want to take orders. And second thing, we have the technical capability, the project management capability, the contractual capability to deliver in a very, very efficient manner. So even after bidding aggressively, we are very confident that we'll continue to have the margins what we are maintaining till now.
Okay. And one clarification, I think the balance sheet, the cash spurt which we are seeing, it's on the liability side, it is primarily looks like led by current liability increase. So own cash number, what exactly it will be, because in the asset side we are not seeing any receivables coming down drastically which can increase the cash to this number. So will it be available, or maybe we can take it offline from the own cash number?
As I said, this is real cash available in my current accounts and FDRs. So this is cash is with us. It is not a figure, but a book figure only. Okay, sir. Okay. And in terms of capex target for coming year FY23, any number that we have frozen for the year?
We will definitely go beyond 20,000 crores for sure. And let us see how things evolve, how is the capex funding from the Ministry of Railways, and how many more projects we bag. Then it will get upskilled. So we are very, very positive about maintaining our CAGR of around 27%. So that is the way we are taking this year.
Okay, so maybe that's a 20,000 crore plus is basically the top line. But from balance sheet point of view, are there any major capex that is being lined up this year?
Sir, you like to...
Or it's only the working capital requirement that will be there?
No, as working capital, the system right now is every month we get reimbursement from railway. So working capital is not an issue. no new CapEx or new projects at this stage. We are not sure whether it will come, any big project, but through biddings we will have some projects definitely, and our CapEx line will go up.
Okay, sir. And then last thing from my side, I think you did mention briefly that Krishnapatnam dues are around 1360 odd crores. So the interest income that we receive in the P&L, so that is on an accrual basis, or is getting booked in the receivable?
At this stage, it is on accrual basis.
Okay, sir. Okay. Got it. Sure, sir. I'll come back in the queue, sir, for further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. The next question is from the line of Hardik Jain from Whitestone Financial. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity again, sir. So earlier when we were getting orders on nomination basis, we were broadly having around 60% market share in the order book. So major portion we were getting, and then rest other companies were getting. But now with private parties also will also start participating in the bidding and all. So do you think our market share in the projects which will be offered for bidding will reduce sharply from earlier 50-60% to now say 20-25%?
So what exactly you said about the 50-60%?
Earlier, say Ministry of Railway in a year would have given an order of say 1 lakh crore. So on nomination basis, maximum portion was given to us, then to other companies like IRCON and other companies. But we were getting the major share of the projects which were given for bidding. Now that share will drastically reduce because there are many other players, including private parties, will start participating in the project, bidding and all.
But we have got the expertise in execution, and we are very, very confident that we will be able to get the market even through the bidding, get the orders through the market from the market through bidding process, and we will be able to execute those projects. See, the railway infrastructures are not simple, and they are complicated and complex, and we should be able to bid, and we should be able to fetch the orders, and we should be able to execute those projects.
I will add to that. Yes, you are right that initially when we were getting on nomination, the share was say 60%, 70% or even more. See, the point is that time we were getting orders only from Ministry of Railways. Now we have expanded our footprint. We are taking orders from not only from railway sector, we are getting from non-railway sector, and we are expanding to highways. We are expanding even abroad. My respected investor, I'll just mention that we are on verge of, we will come with the disclosure at right time. We are on the verge of getting works from a country abroad worth almost 30,000 crores. So all these things, yes, from Indian Railways maybe our footprint may shrink, but we are expanding our footprint outside the country and in other fields, highways, offshore projects, even buildings. So whatever capability we have acquired out of doing railway projects, which of course, as my colleague mentioned, that we have done exceptionally well. So that technical capability we are harnessing to increase our footprint in projects beyond railways also. So yes, even if share from railways go down, but our scope increases, and I'm sure we'll continue to maintain in the same.
So the line for the participant dropped. We move on to the next participant. The next question is from the line of Ramesh Tamani from Ramesh Tamani Finance Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I'm back again. So the one thing you answered in the previous question is, I think you said your ambition is to do 30,000 crore turnover this year, which would be a 30% CAGR. And when is your ambition to get to about 50,000 crores?
Sorry, we did not mention 30,000 crores. We said 20,000 crore plus. And depending on how situation evolves, we will continue to maintain CAGR of around 27%, what we have been maintaining.
Okay, so we should get you around 30,000 in one way or the other. So can you tell us when is the ambition to get about 50,000 crore turnover?
It will be too early to predict, but I'm sure, yes, if we if this new field, whatever has new field for us, and if we are able to, with the best of our ability, the kind of resilience, the kind of technical capability and managerial capability and even contract management what we have evolved over a period of time. If things develop, yes, why not 50,000 crore? But timeline at this stage will be very, very difficult to predict because we have to travel some distance before we can say that statement. So saying anything at this stage will be a bit premature.
Fair enough, sir. And finally, sir, I just want to ask you, because you are now mentioning constantly that you are now bidding against other parties, can you give us some color on who your competition is? Who do you compete with in the private or the public sector so that we understand what is the competition you're looking at?
Yeah, our competition is with almost all the known players like L&T, then KEC, Kalpataru, then Afcons, then all these well-established infrastructure contracting companies. So mostly 5 to 6 companies are our competitors, and we have seen most of them were working with us. We know their working, we know their positives, their efficiencies, we know their delivery capabilities. So we are well exposed to all these companies because all of them in the past few years have worked with us. So these are, our bidding, this thing is all the major infrastructure companies of the country, maybe 6-7 companies.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Hardik Jain from Whitestone Financial. Please go ahead.
Yeah, just one clarification, sir. You mentioned that you are on the verge of getting a work of 30,000 crore from some foreign country. But do you think we will get this order this year? Are you positive?
So, as my respected investor, I have made a mention. I told I should not be quoted because I will confirm it as soon as we do it. So at this stage, I just wanted to assure you. My statement can be confined only to we are, really in a very, very sustained manner increasing our footprint. Kindly appreciate all these policy changes have taken place in last 6 to 7 months only. But due to our latent strength and this thing, we did not allow it to become a setback for us. And we are campaigning hard, we are bidding hard, and we are, showing our capabilities. We are making a lot of presentation. We are in touch with a lot of ambassadors of the foreign countries to show that what Arminal is capable of. Again, without getting quoted, I want to say that most of the ambassadors and this thing with whom we have interacted, their experience of Indian companies performing in their countries have not been very good. So they are giving a fresh look. They have some hope in Arminal. So I am sure with our capabilities, definitely we'll get a look in for their projects. This is our confidence.
Okay, sir. And one request, sir. If it will be nice if you can upload a presentation along with your results, because that will give us a brief update about order book and many things, and that will save some time on the call for you also.
Which presentation?
An investor presentation, sir, about the quarter. If you can upload along with the results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. When the next results we upload, definitely we'll do it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. On behalf of Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.